A few moments later.
Welcome to Hoovie's Garage, the dumbest automotive channel in all of YouTube. And as you saw there, I was driving my '66 Mustang GT350, having the time of my life. And then, well, by the time I arrived back at the hoopty hangar, it was making a god-awful racket under the hood. A pretty scary one because it sounded like a few cylinders were down and something was loose inside of the engine and knocking inconsistently. So, very, very bad news there. I immediately had it towed up to the car wizards, but before we go find out what happened up there, actually we're going to go to Las Vegas and visit Shelby American headquarters there. Now, if you don't know, Carroll Shelby, he was a chicken farmer that became a race car driver that started his own company building race cars. Of course, the Cobra, and then a partnership with Ford that led to racing a Le Mans victory, beating Ferrari in the famous movie, and Mustangs as well, making what Ford was worried was going to be seen as sort of a secretary's car, the Mustang, into a serious race car. And that's what my car is, the '66 Mustang, but even more special and cool, it's one of the 1,001 Hertz rent racers for $17 a day and 17 cents a mile. You could rent one of these cars. They built so many to keep Shelby afloat as they built their race cars as well, as a partnership that continued for years, and it actually continues to this day. So when we go to Las Vegas, we will see the facilities, see what they're building, including the latest Hertz cars for Hertz rental car Mustangs, and so much more. So I'm very, very excited to see. It softens the blow a little bit with the Mustang braking, which my dream is to do vintage racing with that car, and I'm not ready to give up yet, but it's been challenging. With that, though, let's go to Las Vegas. Yes, I've arrived in Las Vegas, and I'm in hallowed ground here with Vince, Vice President of Shelby American here, also a personal friend of Carroll Shelby. If he was still around, it would be his 100th birthday just a few weeks ago, right?
Just a couple weeks ago, yeah, we celebrated. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. We actually did a car, a 100th anniversary car, just to kind of so everybody remembers who Carroll was. You know what I mean? Not that anybody would forget. Yeah. But we came up with a Centennial car, and it was really cool. A lot of fun, you know, to bring something like that out, kind of bring his name back out there again. Right now,
well, who's going to forget about Carroll Shelby?
I know,
honestly.
but I was going to say right now, Shelby's kind of a resurgence right now. I mean, it's just been huge. We're the only factory in the state of Nevada that actually is a car building factory. We try to give everybody kind of a look, kind of into where we came from, where we are, and where we're going. So it's kind of nice. You can come in here and you can browse around for free, or if you want, there's a small fee. You can go ahead and get a guided tour, and they'll walk you around and explain what all the cars were, kind of the timelines and why they were built. Which
is sort of what we're going to do today. There's the beautiful showroom here to walk through, and then, well, you can see the facilities back here where they're building cars. So awesome. I'm so excited. So let's get started here. So obviously the continuations with these crazy polished bodies here.
Yeah, these are polished aluminum cars. So what's really cool about these cars here is there's nothing on them. These are all hand-formed cars that are just polished, sanded, polished. This one here has some stripes on it. So what we do is we put a stencil over and we actually sand the stripe into the car.
Wow.
So it's kind of a neat thing. You know, these are, you know, they average around 400 hours to polish one of these cars out. So it's a very extensive, you know, process to do that. This car here, kind of neat, just a show car, just to kind of showcase what the craftsman can do. This is all made out of copper. It's got a 427 SOHC motor in it.
Yeah, individual throttle bodies.
Yeah,
awesome.
With yeah, so it's just kind of a piece of jewelry, a little bit of history. You know, show you the design and everything, and just show it something a little bit different.
Very Vegas, for sure.
Very Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we move along down the timeline, this is Daytona Coupe. This is kind of a special car because it's mine.
Okay.
But it's $99.99. This is the last 4-digit serial number. So every car has a CSX number, starting with Carroll's 2000. So now this is already generated all the way down to $99.99. So this will be the last 4-digit number. So it's very, very cool to have something like this in the collection.
So have you tracked this?
Actually, I take it out on the track just to kind of keep everything working and stuff like that. You know, a car like this, you know, it's just a piece of jewelry.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if anything would happen to it, it wouldn't be good. But yes, you can take it out and play with a car like this. So.
Well, that looks familiar.
Yeah.
So a little red and green Hornet. I assume you didn't borrow Craig Jackson's real ones, right?
No. So these are continuation cars also. So we try to do a little bit of everything inside here. Like I was saying, I want to show you all the different years. So this is what the 350s would have looked like when they came off the line. This is a full recreation car. The car next to it is very exciting.
Let's go around. Yeah.
That's the first 427 car, first big block car ever built.
The real deal.
The real deal.
Yeah.
So this is 67. They threw a 427 in there. So this is a car that they built for tire testing. This is a customer's car. Well over $2 million vehicle, so it's pretty exciting. So what's really neat is we have these customers that have these cars out there, and they ask us, hey, is there any way we could put it in the Heritage Center? I said, absolutely. We want to get as much history as we can in here. We do have a lot of Carol's earlier cars and a lot of our cars and those kind of things, but you know what? It's all about the history and where we came from.
Yes.
So,
and obviously the stories all over the walls here.
yes.
It's,
So you look at these cars here. So this car here and this car here. This is where the name Super Snake came from. These are
there's the blowers.
Cross Rams, Paxton Supercharge. So these are pretty special cars. These are recreation cars. This one here's a sweetie. Just starts up, drives great, everything like that. Just a lot of fun. So these are we like to bring these to. We just went to the concourse. Me and Gary Patterson, president, we were judges at the concourse this year here in Vegas. They just started it, so we were able to bring a nice collection of our cars, put them around so people can see them out. Get more people kind of interested in the history of it.
Right. Well, yeah. Carroll Shelby's original Super Snake. I was fortunate to see it sell both times. I think $5 million each time, right?
Yeah.
And built it to beat his lawyer's 275 GTB. Is that how the story goes, right?
Something like that.
And it's sells.
What's funny is Carol stories. There's a few of them about the same
right.
thing. You know what I mean? So
it was great for me growing up because obviously I'm not old enough to really have been around when these cars were being done. But and around 2007 when you guys started doing it all again with Ford.
Yeah.
And I'm finishing high school and college. And it was the coolest thing ever to see this all come back with these cars, which you were very involved with, was just
very
cool.
Yeah, very much so. As soon as the Mustang came back in, I've been with them. So, it's been really neat, and the evolution of what we're doing and how we've changed things and the reason we change things are really important. I come from NASCAR and car building background my whole life. I've done this my whole life, and what I didn't know is the things that I was doing when I was younger, like you were talking about, was actually molding me for what I was going to do here. I had no idea, that I'd ever come to a place like Shelby. But once I got here, you were able to help out and put some of the racing experience and stuff like that into these cars, which make them so much fun.
Right. So is this one a 2007?
Yes.
So because it was 500 horsepower, right? Which was unheard of.
Unheard of at the time.
At the time.
So these are early prototype cars. So this is a #1 car actually.
Wow.
So these are the kind of things we like to show. Like I say, show a little bit of the history. These ones here, we were doing the hoods back in the time, grills, front splitters.
Oh, there's Super Snake,
full suspension, engine upgrades, interiors. Now we've evolved to where we're things like the wide body right here, completely redesigned front ends, completely redesigned front fenders, wider quarter panels on the car, new rockers, full interior, new glass in the car, rear diffusers, rear wings.
Well, I had my 21 GT500 and I sure did want to get the equipment to get there in the KRs, but the list was, miles long, and I didn't have the YouTube clout to get it done, apparently. Even Craig Jackson told me he had a little bit of a hard time getting his car in because he was a little late to the party. So
exactly, and that's the way it is. We'll have things like like the anniversary car, the Centennial car. We come out with the Centennial car, 24 hours later we're out of cars.
Jeez.
That's just the way
it's awesome. I mean,
it's awesome. It's a good problem to have.
Well, this is so cool to see. This is my first time being here, and you've been to this facility for a while now, but
almost 10 years.
That's awesome. But this is only maybe 20% of the space, right? I mean, the rest of it's really.
We got about 110,000 square feet here.
Yeah.
So we have a lot. Well, right now, so we just finished a project with Hertz. We did about 400 Hertz cars for them. And then we did a specialty car for them. We actually did GT500s.
Seriously?
So,
Wow.
yeah. So these cars here are almost the same build as a KR. So these are over 900 horsepower cars. Built did special wheels on it, interior, engine upgrades, custom hood for it. You know, just the car is set up very, very fast. I don't know, we told them, we said, so how many of these do you plan on having at the end of all this? And they said, well, probably not too many. We said, yeah, you're probably right.
They're going to rent these out.
Yeah, they're going to rent them out.
Well, they didn't go with the carbon fiber wheels, which is smart.
No,
obviously, not on the rails.
We went with some of our aluminum wheels.
Yep.
But if you look at it, I mean, you just see a whole row, you know, of nothing but 500s here. So.
Yeah. Well, I love the treatment of the KR with the hoods that you guys did. I mean,
yeah, I did this one here for the Hertz cars, and then for the KR, I did a little bit different design for the KR. Yeah, you'll see these all over Vegas. They're everywhere. So this is right now. This is the Super Snake line right now. So right now we're building, finalizing the 22 and 23 Super Snakes. They're coming in. Actually, I think these are all 3s right now. You'll see when we do a build on this car here, we go over and above. Basically, you see the suspension on here. So we do a full suspension upgrade on it, sway bars. We do brakes, long studs. We do an exhaust system. We're doing a blower on the car. We do heat exchangers. We're doing leather interior. We do a whole new front end, new front fenders. This one here is actually a convertible car. So this one is this is just a speed.
we're interrupting you. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
He says, "Get out of my way! I'm trying to build a car."
Oil cooler's going in.
Yeah, transcooler's going in.
Transcooler. Okay.
Yeah, transcooler automatic.
Nice.
So
Okay.
this is a you know, over 800 horsepower automatic convertible. Because you need that.
Everybody needs that.
You need that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, you look pretty well stocked too when it comes to parts. As far as supply chain issues, did it hurt you too bad last couple of years?
No, because you know, some of the small stuff did. But we order ahead so much, you know what I mean? So we try to get everything in stock and get everything here early. So we got ahead of the curve before everything happened, and we had enough order to get all the way through.
Nice.
So we never slowed down, kept the boys working the whole time.
That's great.
So yeah. So this is one of our sport trucks right
Oh,
here.
wow. Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's like
pretty cool.
if the Lightning came back with the side pipes.
Yep.
Well, the
exactly.
Lightning is back as an electric car, but the Lightning that we loved, you know.
Exactly.
That's so cool. Okay. Yeah.
A lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Oh, locked,
That's
but
probably locked up. Yeah.
it's gorgeous
Full
in there.
Interior,
Yeah.
Full interior, supercharged. And you can see the same design. We incorporated the hood design, so it kind of goes along with our reservoir cars. The grill bar inside there, front splitter, those kind of things to kind of tie it in with the cars we do. We try to have a look to where when you're on the road, as soon as you see one of our vehicles, you know exactly what it is.
It's
you know?
awesome. And I see paint facilities, alignment rack. Is there anything that you outsource, or does it start to finish all in here?
No, pretty much start to finish. We have another building across the street where we do the interior and everything, so that's all put in before it comes into this building. All the vehicles in this building are under construction right now.
And I imagine you don't have any problem finding people to work here.
No, you know, actually,
So quality people, I mean, it has to be the right person, I imagine,
has
right?
to be, yeah. And you know what we do? We have Carol Shelby's got a college in Texas that we actually pull kids from there. We bring them in, we intern them here. If they work out, then we hold on to them. But we like to get kids, we like to get guys in their late 20s, you know what I mean? Early to late 20s, we'd like to get them there because we wanted to train them to build the cars the way we want. You can take any one of our cars and open the hood, and all the wires are run the same way. All the hoses are run the same way. We do have some older guys that are here that are great. They're awesome. But we like to give the younger guys the opportunity. I've got guys that I've brought in as car washers are now online.
Wow. So now we're getting closer to final assembly here.
Yeah, getting closer to final on these. So these ones here got the exhaust, suspension's all on them. Interior's all in it, rockers are on, front fenders are done, front fascia's done. They'll pull it down, they got a hood to put on it. But she's getting pretty close, and her fender wells still have to go in.
Well, This is just fascinating. I had no idea it was this this old school yet, you know, just cutting edge at the same time. And it's, you know, it's also American cars being the standard of the world again is another big deal, because, you know, used to be, well, yeah, they're cheaper than, you know, say a Ferrari or something like that. Now there's really no excuse anymore.
And you know what the neat thing is the Ferraris and the Porsches are cool, and they look great in the rearview mirror.
Right, exactly. Yep, so cool. Well, thank you so much for the tour.
Yeah.
This is just incredible.
Yeah, we had a great time.
Be sure to pay a visit to the Shelby Center here in Vegas. Now I gotta go home. Got a little work to do on my car. Wizard!
Yes!
You look so happy. Why are you happy?
Well, I'm kind of happy and kind of not, because there's a lot of money it's going to take to fix this thing, but I know I'm not going to see it because I got to pay that off.
Oh, the Citroen, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have a healthy in-store credit from that, but unfortunately, I just left with this thing.
I know.
I just left, and it came back, and oh no, I see the valve covers are off.
Yes.
So it's not the transmission or anything having to do with that, because it is a very inconsistent noise. It wasn't like a subtle tap, 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 or a bop, 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 like a knock. It was something rattling around like it was loose.
It definitely was.
So what was it?
You ready?
Please, yes. It's, okay, let's see if I can figure it out on my own here. So, that side, there's things missing on this side, okay? Right?
Yes.
Yeah? What?
Some of the rockers aren't oiled. Some of them are broken in half.
Oh, dear God.
Look at that. Right next to where you pick that up, you can see the push rods are actually pushed through the rocker arm.
What?
It's been wearing. It's like it's not been oiling on this side for some reason.
So, does that mean my motor's toast?
We need to find out if like an oil gallery's been blocked that feeds the lifters, or because this side over here is perfectly happy. Everything's oiled and good shape.
Uh-huh.
Something happened over here where oiling stopped. We haven't gotten that deep yet. We need to find that out yet, but...
Okay. But,
that was your noise.
it always had oil pressure, so bottom end, hopefully okay.
I think it is. I just need to find out if some lifters went bad or what happened here.
Huh.
Strange, isn't it?
It is very strange. Well, I look forward to you diving deeper into it, I suppose, and, yeah, I guess maybe I'm never meant to be a race car driver. I don't know.
I wonder, like, this is all race components. At some point, they're supposed to have been replaced, or I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, the mystery continues, but I did have a lot of fun in Las Vegas touring the Shelby factory and seeing the new GT500s. It's such a cool experience.
Oh, that would be cool.
I am inspired again to get into this car and get driving it and get to racing it, but now the car's not feeling inspired, so there you go. Typical.
It's definitely not inspired.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching.